Yo, let's go. Tough Talk TV.
Right.
I literally have my hand out.
Oh, my bad. Right.
Tough Talk TV. What's up?
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes. We are back. This is season 2.
Is it?
Yeah, season 2.
I thought we said that in the last video.
We did, but I wanted to say it again.
All right.
This is season 2.
Mm-hmm.
He said, huh? He said, So we're back, guys. So just want to make a brief announcement. As you can see, it's 2 of us. One of our members, Divine, is out right now. He's taking a little hiatus, dealing with some personal issues and stuff like that. He will be back soon. We are going to continue without him for now. So shout outs to our brother Divine. You know what I'm saying? Desi with the hezzy. We see you soon, my brother.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's Steff, you know what I'm saying?
Back in full effect, you know the vibes. You feel me? I don't even know what to call myself. I should give myself a name.
I thought you was going to say Shaka Kula.
Right, Shaka Kulu.
Shaka Kulu.
Or call me Shaka.
All right.
Or call me Lil Shiz.
All right. Yeah, he's a rapper. Now he's a fucking rapper.
Nah.
They usually, they call me Steff.
Right.
I like Shabazz. I'm about to put that as my middle name.
All right.
But y'all can just call me Steff, though. Y'all ain't got to do all that Shaka Kulu, Lulu,
They know who we are.
They know who we are.
It's like they be like 5 episodes, 10 episodes in. This is like episode 8 or 10. I don't even know.
They say, all right, bro. We remember you.
Right. Word.
So, yeah, guys, we're doing pretty great. Let us know how you guys are feeling and stuff like that.
In the comments
below.
Comment, like, share, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
I wish I could speak Spanish so I could say subscribe in Spanish.
That's sí, por favor.
What? Nah, you out of pocket. Nah, that was funny.
No, we wildin'. But right. We had a pretty big release in November.
Mm-hmm. A lot of things happened. One of the major things that happened in the gaming world was the next-gen consoles being released. Right.
That is the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S.
So wait.
Oh, and also the PlayStation 5 digital version. So.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to say, if any of you guys have gotten the Xbox Series or the PlayStation 5 digital or non-digital, comment and leave a review.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A Tough Talk review, what you thought of your thoughts on each console or whichever one you have. Because I've been hearing good things. I've been hearing, some other things going on as well. Like people have been saying that they have been having issues with the Xbox Series. I haven't heard too much issues with the PS5, but I'm still waiting. The jury is still out.
Well, I'm here to tell you the truth.
Right,
I have both.
Okay.
P5, standard version, and Xbox Series X.
Stun on them.
The P5 is actually my brother's, but we live in the same house, so we both got it.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna start out with Xbox since I'm an Xbox fan. Shout out to Xbox, Microsoft.
Shaking my head.
Stop.
PS5, PlayStation is better. Always been better.
Okay.
Whatever. Go
ahead. So we can start out with just saying about let's just compare it. Pretty much, I can.
You can compare it because I don't got it. I don't got either of them. So I'm gonna leave it up to
you. They both, as far as like running 60 frames and running on 4K, they both pretty much are similar in that aspect. Like they both run the same with video games. I've played Spider-Man Miles Morales on a PlayStation 5, and I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla on an Xbox Series X.
You mean Valhalla?
It's not Valhalla?
I'm not even a gamer, bro, and I know
it's Valhalla?
It's Valhalla.
Well, I thought it was Valhalla.
Because I'm a Vikings fan. So
Heard that?
Yeah.
Valhalla.
No, Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Yes, thank you.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So I've played that on the Xbox Series X, and I gotta say, it looks beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. The colors. Oh my god. And I'm playing it on a TV. I'm not playing it on a monitor. You don't know the difference?
Who's playing it on a monitor?
Oh my god. I don't feel like schooling this man. All I gotta say is a monitor is for consoles because it helps with the color, the performance of the game. It helps with just overall everything, like just the visuals of the game, everything popping, the contrast, the colors,
right.
All of that stuff.
Right.
And it depends which one you buy. They got the 4K monitors and they got the 160. Which one call it?
160
Um.
megapixels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. They have that. So the 160 one. It depends because sometimes it could you could be a person who's looking for color, and that's pretty much ran on that's a person who has, hold on real quick. So if you're looking for like color, you would get an IPS.
You got a picture of it right there? That's what it is.
No, it's just like the details and stuff. If you was to get a monitor that ran on 180p, and you're looking for color, you should stick to the one that's IPS. And that's focused more on color and stuff like that. You can like adjust the color, change the color. Now, if you're looking for more of a performance kind of quality, then you would get TN panel. So that's just for people out there who's not familiar with the monitors and stuff to buy. I'm going to get the 180p monitor with that focuses on color, IPS, because I like the color. It looks, you know what I'm saying, it looks amazing.
Right.
Always get something that's 120 hertz. Also, the monitors are good because the response time. So, like, you know how you've played games before and the response time has like a delay. It's like 30 frames. It's like slow. Okay, all right. Well,
now,
people, gamers out there who do that.
You gotta put it in like simple terms for me.
If you're playing a game,
yes,
right? If you're playing a game and the frames of the game are dropping, the frames like the movement, the camera,
like
and it's dropping and it's slowing down.
Right.
Okay.
Like it's a glitching or whatnot.
That's not a glitch. That's just the frames are dropping because it's the engine is moving too fast for like the TV. So the TV is not up to date, so it doesn't really move as fast as that. Like so the frame drops, right? Now a monitor is perfect for gaming because it has a 1 minute response time. Anything that's 1 minute and below is perfect. Everything is moving smooth. Anything that's like 3 minutes or 4 minutes response time is trash. Everything's gonna move in like this slow motion shit. Shit is trash.
All right, so look, when I go to buy my gaming thing, which is gonna be like
monitor.
No, I don't know what I'm gonna buy, but when I buy like my gaming, whatever I buy next year, not this year, because I'm still waiting or whatever. I wait a while before I buy anything or whatever. I don't buy it right away because there's always something that comes out like, oh, this was a thing. They made a new version of it.
That's regular.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I'm waiting for it to come out. So once I'm ready to go and get my PS5,
right?
Not for me, maybe for my little cousin or whoever, my little brother or whatnot. You gonna slide with me?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Because all the things you just said,
I got
I'm not gonna remember none of that.
All right. So just to get back to the comparison, the loading time, I would say, like, as far as the P5 and the Xbox Series X, they're pretty good. They're pretty like similar, pretty much the same. The only difference is they said that Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the loading time on a P5 is actually a little bit faster when it for the startup. So when you start the game up and you're in the main menu and you continue, right, and it asks you to, which loading you want to click. That time frame is a little bit faster than the Xbox. But as far as like the fast travel in the game, they said that's the same. So you know what I'm saying? As far as the loading time, it just varies on what game you buy for that system. They both go up to 8K. By the way, they both go up to 8K. They go from 8K, 4K. So
listen, because I was on like a Snapchat or whatever, like 2 days ago or something like that, and this female that I follow, like she got the PS5, right? And she was like, bro, this is pretty much the same thing as like the PS4. Like, it's really not much of a difference. Like, she was saying that, and she was like, she's going to wait for like more games to come out, which is what I'm waiting for as well to see. Because for me, my favorite system for me was the PS2 and the PS3. Because the PS3 had like the most games. Yeah, the best games.
The best
like all the games now, like I told you, we had this conversation off of camera, but the best all the games that they come out with now are all the same. It's either like the shooting games, the basketball games, or like, you know, the other like games that people like with the what is it called, with the one player joints, the story
single
mode.
player.
Yeah, like the story mode games.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I like interactive games. I like games that I can play with other people.
Mm-hmm.
I do play story modes a little bit here and there, but when it comes to like fantasy games, I'm not finna sit here and play no story mode by myself all day. I'm not doing that. Like
Well, that's a complete opposite of me, because I play both.
I'll play story mode maybe on like 2K or like on, you know, Call of Duty or something. But I'm not finna sit here and play story mode on a new Harry Potter game.
So you're not willing to invest 45
maybe
hours into
Spider-Man? Hell no. What are you talking? 45 hours for what? A week? A week? You said? Oh wait, a day?
No.
It's
Like a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, no.
In total.
No.
You're not trying to invest 45 hours in a game.
I play my game like barely. Like my PS4, I got like 3 games for that joint. Like
not me. I play games.
Yeah, I got
hardcore.
All right,
no, they needed to know that. They needed to know that.
Right. They don't know that. But yeah, man. Like me, I'm not like a huge gamer like that. That's why I say I leave all that up to you.
Right.
I'm just really waiting for the PS4 to come out. I hope it is something new.
The PS4, you mean?
PS5, sorry. I hope that it is something new. You feel me? I hope that it's more features. I don't want to have to pay for, like, if I'm paying $500 for this gaming system, I do not want to pay $7 for any music streaming service. I don't want to pay any extra bread for any add-ons.
Right.
I don't want to. The whole $50 a year for the online drink, that got me tight. Like,
that's actually trash. That's why Xbox is better, because
no, but don't they got the same thing? You got to pay.
No, not no $50. It actually depends. Like if you paying for a membership that's like 12 months, I think that's. Don't quote me, y'all. I think it's 50. I think it's 50
on Xbox.
Yeah,
it's the same thing on PS4, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to pay that. You can just do monthly, which is $10.
Right.
But I'm about to tell y'all right now what makes Xbox Series X better than PlayStation 5 anyway.
Go ahead.
Because of the simple fact that, okay, they both have backwards compatibility. Right, great.
What does that even mean?
That means you're able to play old gen console. Old gen games.
But listen, right? Let's stay right there.
Stay right there. I'm here. I'm right here.
Because I was talking to my cousin about that. Mm-hmm. He was saying, I don't know if it's true or not, but he was saying that when you put the old games into the new PS5, that the quality in terms of like the picture won't be the same.
No, it won't.
Right. So what's the even like?
So
will it that's be valid?
That's what I'm about to get into.
Go ahead.
So backwards compatibility is great if you're a person like me or Dasean who want to play old classic games, right? PlayStation 5 they limit themselves because they only have backwards compatibility for PlayStation 4 games, which is trash. But Xbox has backwards compatibility for all Xbox games.
That's crazy.
Since Xbox, bro.
That's crazy.
From Xbox 360 to Xbox One.
You see?
All of that.
I'm a PlayStation guy, but that might win me over.
Exactly. Right? And so you know what I'm saying? Like it's just way more variety. Even though Xbox didn't have that many exclusives, like P5, they have the backwards compatibility to hold them up. You know what I'm saying? And to answer your question, as far as like why does the visuals look worse or it's not up to date? It's because a lot of the PlayStation 4 games are not optimized for PS5 for the PS5 at all. So like games that are optimized, meaning like the graphics are enhanced for that next gen console. So say like I'm playing let me see, give me a game.
Well, like 2K or something?
Yeah, 2K. Or Call of Duty. The new Call of Duty that came out, Cold War.
I actually want that.
I got it. Fire. Okay. Way better than Modern Warfare. But if you was to buy the standard version is not optimized for the next gen console. I want to repeat that. The standard version of Cold War is not optimized for the next gen console. You will have to buy the one that said you have to buy the version that says optimized for the next gen console. Make sure you read that before you purchase it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And it just it changes the graphics like tremendously. It's amazing. Like, oh my God. I was playing Assassin's Creed on the Xbox One because I brought it for the Xbox One originally. Mm-hmm. When I transferred it over to the Xbox Series X, the graphics was running smooth, 60 frames, all of that. I don't have a 4K TV, but it ran up to 60 frames.
Wow.
Beautiful. So PS5, step your backwards compatibility game
Sony.
up. Sony, definitely.
According to Steff, Microsoft is killing y'all. You know what we should call this episode? We should call this episode Versus.
It is a versus.
You know,
it is a versus.
This episode is going to be called Versus because I want to get into something real quick. Right now we finished talking about the.
I know you. Yeah, let's go. What's up?
So a lot of verses happened in the past 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
We had Logan Paul versus Nate Robinson.
Oh my God.
We had Sony versus Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
We had Mike Tyson versus what's the guy's name?
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones. I'm bugging out. I know about my boxing, but Roy Jones Jr., my man's. And we had
Gucci Mane versus Young Jeezy. Jeezy, not Young Jeezy.
Gucci Mane versus Jeezy.
So let's get into it, brother.
Ice Cream Man.
Okay.
Snowman versus Ice Cream Man. You know what I'm saying? That happened about 2 weeks ago or something like that.
So
Big Guwap versus whatever other name Jeezy
chill out.
Atlanta versus Atlanta.
Bro, chill out.
Right.
All right. So let's talk about this Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson.
Oh, you want to get into that
first? Let's get into that.
All right.
All I gotta say is, Nate, you played yourself. I want to tell you why you played yourself.
Wait.
Because of the simple fact that you would not block those overhand rights. You just didn't block them. Jake, if you go on Jake Paul's IG, he has videos of him doing that same overhand fucking hit, bro. Like on every sparring match he's done. He has an actual video. If you didn't study that, you played yourself. Cause he literally got hit by that same shit.
All right. So listen, so y'all might cause I don't really know much about Logan Paul. Jake Paul, right? Yeah. That's his name? Mm-hmm. So basically I think that he's a YouTuber. I know that. He's a YouTuber. All my little cousins know about him, like all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Is he an actor as well or no?
I don't know about that. I just know he a YouTuber.
Right.
Him and his brother.
He seems like a guy that's very much in shape.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I went on his IG before the fight, and I saw him a little bit on Academics page with the little boxing stuff he be doing, funny stuff, you know. But I knew that he had skills. You know what I'm saying? I knew that, you know, he wasn't to be taken lightly.
Of course.
And
so.
I don't think Nate Robinson really took him lightly or whatnot. I just think that he wasn't really as prepared
at all.
You know, but I can't fault Nate. You know, everybody's clowning Nate right now. You see all the memes on social media. You see everything going around the internet with and that's all fun and games, you know, that's regular. But, you know, I have to give props to Nate Robinson for even getting in the ring, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we all win some, we lose some.
Right.
There's no shame in, like, failing, you know what I'm saying? So the same people who clown him and laugh at him or whatnot are the same ones who probably wouldn't even, you know, have the guts or the gall to get into the ring on a national stage much, you know, in general, and much less on a national stage in front of millions of people, and fight somebody who's not a trained professional, but someone who's trained and skilled as well. You know, that takes guts. So I give props and shout outs to Nate Robinson for being fearless, because that's how he played. When he played the game of basketball, if you watch him play, he was always a dog. You know, in basketball, they say, you know, you have players that we call dogs. And Nate Robinson was one of them dogs when he was playing, you know, really a great guy when he was on the Knicks. But yeah, you know, one thing that I will say, I saw Shannon Sharp.
Oh my God.
Uncle Shay, that's what they call him if you watch sports, if you know about Undisputed or whatnot. It's hilarious. Like,
you be having me weak, bro.
Right. But he was like, he made a comment about how he wore like the Knicks colors. Like he knew.
Yeah. He said you knew better when you stepped out them Knicks colors. You knew you was gonna lose that.
Right. You know, so things like that was hilarious. But all the commentary, like I laughed about it. It was funny too as well. But I also give props to Nate Robinson for getting in the ring.
And Jake Paul, you give him his credit.
And you got to think about it as well. To come in as the undercard to such a big fight, but even whether or not it was going to be a good fight or not, to be the undercard, to come in under such of a main event, like kind of like a dream match of a guy like Roy Jones Jr. and one of the greatest fighters of all time, and Mike Tyson. You know, both of them are two of the greatest fighters ever. Like Mike Tyson in terms of his heavy hits. And you could probably say that Roy Jones Jr. is probably the best pound for pound fighter, and his footwork is godly.
Because he used to train by catching chickens.
Right. Yeah. I never knew that, but yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, that looked like two uncles at a barbecue. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Yeah. The hugging. I mean, come on, man. It was barely any blows thrown. There was a lot of hugging. But they older now, you know.
So wait, let's get into it. Did you like were you entertained by the
I wasn't entertained by that fight. No, not really. Yeah, I was excited when it first started because I'm thinking, they about to knock each other out.
Right.
But none of that really happened. It was just a lot of hugging, a lot of movement and all that shit.
That's boxing though, Mom.
I mean, sure, but the way Jake Paul and Nate Robinson was fighting, they was really going at it, bro. That's what I'm entertained by.
Right, but like that's like they're not like it's gonna be like that because they're not like super duper trained professionals like on a level of like a elite guy who actually like did that for their lifetime. Like Mike Tyson did boxing for his lifetime. Roy Jones Jr. like studied it. That was his calling. That was his
Right.
That was a part of his calling. That was his skill. That was what he was blessed to do, is be able to box professionally, sanctioned, all of that. Win world titles around the world. Him and Mike Tyson. So they're like trained professionals. So their skill level is, and their way of thinking when they're approaching a fight is going to be different to watching two guys who are not like trained professionals, athlete on the highest level. Like Logan Paul, even though he's great
Jake Paul,
sorry. Even though he's great and obviously at boxing and fighting, if he got into the ring with a professional fighter who does that day and night for a living on the highest and competes at it on the highest level, he probably wouldn't stand a chance. And neither would Nate Robinson. So it's like the way that Roy Jones, a guy who's like that, approached a fight against a heavy hitter like Mike Tyson, I thought it was intelligent because he has a history with medical issues coming out of boxing or whatnot. As everybody knows about, they can look it up. So people were afraid for him to get into this match because people were saying if he got hit the wrong way, that anything could happen. And he could actually probably even die in the ring, or that he could be seriously, permanently damaged or hurt. So I thought that he fought in a smart and effective way that was right for him. Against a guy like Mike Tyson, who is probably the heaviest hitter of all time in boxing or whatnot,
destroying your ribs, bro.
George Foreman probably can only compete, I guess, but against a guy like that, I guess, it will be hard to maneuver around and to take certain hits or whatnot to leave yourself open. So when Mike Tyson is getting close to you like that or whatever, you gotta find a way to get him up off you, and that was his technique. And if you really watched it or whatnot, the way that being able to hold somebody like that without allowing them to get too many body shots in, that's not an easy thing to do, especially with a guy that's bigger than you like Mike Tyson, to get them in a hold to stop them from giving you body blows. That's not easy, So I still give props for him to number one, having the courage, both of them for having the courage and the strength to get in the ring at such a later stage in their life. And I thought that they both performed really well. I think that Mike Tyson should have won. They shouldn't have been a draw. I think most people feel that way, but I'm not mad. I'm not like,
I wasn't. I'm not upset about the draw. I was just,
and I was looking
forward to some blows from Mike, especially Mike hitting
but
hitting him right in the ribs.
He was catching them though.
He was catching them, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I was expecting a knockout. Maybe I think that's what it was.
Roy Jones was getting hit, bro. Like he was sweating, he was winded, he was gassed. You could see all of that. Like he wasn't like Mike Tyson looked like he was ready for whatever. You feel me? That's why I said I think he should have won, and because I think he got in more hits. I think that Roy Jones got him in a little more at the end, in terms of like hitting him because he got him one time good in the head a couple of times with them flurries or whatnot, and how he was showing off. I thought it was really great. I thought Mike Tyson looked great, for a guy at 50. I thought even for
they both look great for their age. They both look great.
Right. Even better than some of these young guys. I was entertained by the fight, and I thought it was great professionalism and sportsmanship shown by both of them.
All right.
Mike Tyson.
Now, about this Gucci Man and
the next
Jeezy,
verses.
The next verses. How did you feel about that?
Because
I ain't gonna lie. I never was really like a big fan of Gucci Mane.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I was a big fan of Jeezy neither, but I like Jeezy's music.
Right.
But man, Gucci Mane was real disrespectful to say. That man said he done see smoking on his dead homies, like keep sending them to me, they getting clapped. What I liked about Jeezy was that he didn't let Gucci Mane's words rile him up,
Right.
get him angry. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of discipline, and that shows a lot of growth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like if somebody said that to you, like if somebody said that to you in private, let alone in front of millions of people,
like, that gets you.
Like, that's testing your ego.
Right. And you can tell Jeezy didn't have no ego. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't
about him.
about getting back at him.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just grown man shit.
Right.
And it was just about him just saying, "Yo, man, let's just play this music. This is our truth." Truth. What did they give the oath? What's the thing that Gucci Mane accepted from Jeezy? It was
the olive branch.
Olive branch.
Right.
And that was big too when Gucci Mane said that, I accept the olive branch. That's big, bro. Like for real, especially from them two.
Yeah.
That was big. Like so. That did kind of make history, and you know what I'm saying. That low key made history right there, bro.
Word.
Because I was tuned in,
right?
Especially when he started, when Gucci Mane started shooting them fires. Like, yo, listen, your dad, homie, I saw Jesus was sitting there like, I said, this man is contemplating something right now, bro.
Right.
Something right now.
Shots about to be fired.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, he probably sitting there like, all right, nigga, watch. All right, watch. Go ahead. But thank God none of that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was really happy about that.
Yeah, man. I feel the same way. Like, I thought it was like hilarious, bro. Like Gucci Mane, son, bro. That nigga, like, he's hilarious, man. Like, he had me done. I was like really on the floor rolling, son. It was mad funny. But I was entertained highly, you know, by by the spectacle, you know what I'm saying, of Gucci Mane versus Jeezy. And I think that in terms of the energy, like I have respect for both of them. I respect both of them before, but I respect them even now, you know, for having that the strength and like the power to be able to forgive,
right,
or and show positivity. Even if it wasn't all the way positive, they kept it real. But, you know, showing the world, and not only their city, but the world or whatnot, that if we are beefing or was beefing like how we was beefing and people actually died or whatnot over this beef, and if we could come together and do something for the culture and do something for the people, that, you know, anybody can, you know what I'm saying? We seen The Game and 50 Cent reconcile.
Right, I seen that, yeah.
We seen Aunt Viv and Will Smith, the black Aunt Viv, you know what I'm saying, the first Aunt Viv, and Will Smith reconcile after their beef. And we saw Gucci Mane and Jeezy, which I think is probably the biggest one, because like I said, people actually like died or whatnot. Reconcile their beef, you know what I'm saying? And that's really big for the culture. Now, in terms of like music wise, I liked Jeezy growing up or whatnot, but I was never a huge fan of either of them. I understood people liked them because of the energy and the whole, you know, like that's just right. You know what I'm saying? The whole like the gangster vibe or whatnot. Like I understand it. Yeah. But me, I'm from New York or whatnot, so I was more of a fan of like a 50. And I like, you know, like I like some of the West Coast guys too, like The Game. But I did like Jeezy. I was never a really big Gucci Mane fan, but the verses, I started becoming a fan as I got older and I got into my late teens and 20s, and this like made me even more of a fan of Gucci. Like I like Gucci Mane a lot. Like that song with what was the joint he played? The diss track. Man,
I don't even remember it.
He was like, "This is round one." What was it? Round one. This is Gucci Mane versus Jeezy. That joint was like fire. I felt the energy. I was like, "Oh, this is must have what it felt like back then." Because I was probably like 10 when the beef was
right.
Heights, so I wasn't really super in tune like that. But yeah, I was probably like 10 or 12, so I wasn't really that in tune for like guys who were down south beefing. I knew about them, but I knew their music, but I didn't know that they were beefing like that. And I learned about it more as I got older. You know, even before the verses. And when I saw the verses, I was surprised. And me personally, I like the Gucci Mane's energy. I like some of his songs better because I thought it was just more fit for a versus battle in terms of the energy and the style. But I thought both of them did great. But I liked, even a lot of people said that Jeezy was better. But for me personally, I liked hearing them go versus each other. Jeezy did great. But I liked Gucci Mane more in the end.
Gucci Mane's delivery.
Like, no, I'm talking about the songs that they had up against each other, like both, like delivery. I liked his music, the music that he played better than the music that Jeezy played personally.
Yeah, if I can pick a side, I'll probably go with Gucci too.
Right.
Just because of the versus battle, like it just fit. You know what I mean? Like
because it's a concert kind of vibe. Man.
Yeah,
Gucci
right.
Music,
That's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gucci Mane's music is more turnt.
Yeah.
So like, I know a lot of people that's a little older than us, maybe the people that's a generation above us,
Right.
that's like in their late 20s or whatnot, would think that Jeezy is better because they probably like grew up hearing Jeezy more. Because back then Jeezy was a bigger artist, but in terms of worldwide, especially up here in New York. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people that's older than us preferred Jeezy. But me personally, I just like the energy of Gucci better. Like it was it was more lit.
Right. And so. Just to talk about something just a little bit more serious. I know we're in an era right now where social media is like by far the most dominant thing.
But wait, cause I know where you about to go with that or whatnot, and I wanted to talk about before we really get into that, I wanted to talk about like the energy of forgiveness and the energy of being comfortable in your own skin and not being threatened by other people's energy or letting things that happened in the past like hold you down. You know what I'm saying? And I think that because you just made me think of it when you're talking about when you brought up social media. I think that nowadays that social media amplifies a lot of negative energy and a lot of beefs and tensions and things of that nature. And a lot of people's egos are put to the test, and a lot of people may feel like if they don't move on that demon kind of energy or that negative kind of energy, that their persona or that their ego will be shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's kind of like I understand it because we all human and we all like go through that thing, especially us as men, where our ego or our pride could stop us from doing what is like correct and what is right and what is real, and doing what may not always be what's popular, you know what I'm saying? Or what's seen as lit in everybody else's eyes. Like we a lot of times do things to impress other people or feel like we have to appease other people's thoughts on us or whatnot. If that makes sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that I'm proud that that all of these people were able to reconcile this year, especially go with all the other stuff going on with a lot of the death of a lot of rappers and entertainers that happened this year and things that's going on negatively in our communities. I'm happy that we're able to see people that are people that everybody look up to, or a lot of people look up to, be able to show us something better than what we're used to seeing.
Right.
Word. And I think that that we shouldn't let social media amp us up or whatever, control our lives, or people in our lives amp us up to do things that are not in our nature or do things that are not solid or 100. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because the social media thing, man, I feel like especially now it amplifies a lot. You know what I'm saying? You see all the beefs and everything and all that stuff.
And it also, it kind of just messes with people's minds and have them create these false images to people, you know what I mean? And then also social media has a way of, if you do something, it could be out of the kindness of your own heart. Social media has a way of changing and controlling your narrative on things, and it's crazy because a lot of young people and older people, but specifically younger people like us, are, constantly affected by that, because it's like I gotta prove to people that I'm getting money. I gotta prove to people that I'm actually living my best life.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Instead of actually just living your best
exactly,
life and not
exactly.
trying to impress people. I mean, like I said, it's nothing wrong with like showing it sometimes, but I do it myself. Like me being on my phone a lot, all this other stuff. We all kind of do it in a way, but at the same time, like even when you go like to parties and stuff now, like because I do it as well, like I said. But the thing is now, like being on Snapchat on your phone, showing everybody like what you're doing or whatnot.
Right,
It's
right.
fun. I love doing that because it just makes me feel more lit. But at the same time, sometimes you got to question ourselves: like, are we doing this for
Validation, right?
Or are we doing this like for any kind of like why are we really doing that or whatever? Like because we wasn't always doing that. And Snapchat has been around for a while, but it's become more and more just that. Like you go into a party not to have fun or to meet new people or to network, but you go into a party just to show everybody that you lit and be on the gram, popping bottles on the gram.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like they like you gotta show them like, yo, they here, look, bro,
right.
like the baddies are here, bro. I'm here, like, I found out, I figured that out a long time ago actually, like, not to seek validation from others,
right,
but myself. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about me, my self-care. If I'm happy, I'm not going to go out anywhere knowing that I'm unhappy and then, post where I'm at just to show people like, yo, look, don't I look lit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me.
right.
And it takes a while. It takes a lot of time, a lot of mental investment just to, like, get yourself out of that pit of seeking that validation. And like I said, now that social media has gotten even bigger, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dominating. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like it's gonna get even bigger. But I was talking to a friend yesterday, right? Well, the other day, not yesterday, and we were talking about like relationship stuff or whatnot, and like the thing of like posting your significant other on your social media, and like I've seen that topic going around a lot. Like, oh, like should you hide your relationship or whatever? Should you show your relationship on social media? And I feel like it really just depends on like what are you doing it for. Like we talked about validation. Are you, especially with women? I see that a lot. Like women, I feel like post their significant others like way more than like men. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, say so in the comments. But I feel like women post their significant other or like it's into that. More women are doing things like that than men are, Because with women, we got to get a woman up here to get a perspective as well. But like any woman that's watching this, leave your thoughts in the comments. Because, if you feel if you relate to this topic or anything. But yeah, a lot of women I feel like have to show other women that they have a man or who their man is or what their man got, this and this and that. And I think that if that's the reason why you're in a relationship is just to show him off or whatever, which is cool. It's, nothing wrong with showing each other off. I think that's not, genuine.
No.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
At all. I agree.
Because he's doing it for others and not necessarily for yourself or for your significant other. You're doing it for others. I think that if you're doing it for your significant other and your significant other is cool with that, then fine. But then it also comes the conflict or the question of, oh, why? Like, you hear women say, why don't you post me? Are you ashamed of me? Or,
right.
or you trying to hide me from your other hoes?
Right.
You try to keep your other hoes or whatnot.
Right.
You don't want to let them know you don't want to let the world know you in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. And then see, then you see what I'm talking about? Like, you, like women, and I'm not speaking for all women.
Yeah, not
this
all
is
women.
just some women
and men do it too. Some dudes do it too,
But some women who do feel like that, you know what I'm saying, who needs that validation, they be the same ones that be like, oh, like, don't be, I'm not your trophy girl. Like, don't be flashing me all over the damn place and stuff like that. So then when you chilling and you don't post it, now she like, oh, so why you not posting me? Why you ain't showing people you like? But you just say you ain't trying to be, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I want it to be genuine.
Right.
Like, if it's not, then what's my point of posting you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now I'm just posting you to say, yo, look, I'm with my girlfriend, or yo, look, like,
And dudes do it too. I feel like dudes be doing it low key as well. You know what I'm saying? Not hating nothing like that. But I'm just saying, like, I just think that, like, we gotta evaluate. Like, are you doing it for healthy reasons? Are you doing it for kind of like toxic, validation,
right?
Or like arrogant kind of like reasons or whatever, like reasons it's not genuine. And I mean, some people are comfortable with doing it like that, but for people who are not, people who is in a relationship with somebody who's not comfortable doing that,
Right.
you know, leave your thoughts in the comments and let us know if there's another way to look at this that we're not talking about.
Right. And
Because-
and also leave in the comment section, like, if you are in a relationship, what are some ways to like compensate?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean compromise? Like
Compromise, not compensate.
You use the right word, kind of, but I know what you mean, compromise or whatnot. In terms of like having a healthy balance.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, like posting each other or whatnot when it's valid, when it's genuine, versus you know, like posting when it's for validation.
Like, exactly. Like you don't want a toxic relationship, and then you find yourself you know, sacrificing things for someone who doesn't even want you. Like, you know what I mean? Or
right.
you know, or who actually don't want to see you improve or better yourself mentally, spiritually, financially, physically. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of relationships who like, you know, they feel like, well, she doesn't really care if I'm eating healthy or not.
Right.
Or and she really don't care if I'm loving myself. You know what I mean? It's all about me. You know, that could be a really toxic relationship as well. People may not identify that as quickly as an abusive relationship, but that's mentally abusive as well. I mean, that's mentally abusive because of the fact that, say, like, your woman is telling you, oh, well, you know, you don't look fresh, like, you don't look good, like, or why would you go outside like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something that's just.
But a part of that also is like validation. That's why you got, like you said earlier, you got to find, like, you know, a healthy like balance.
Yeah.
And you got to also learn how to take care of yourself as well. But
Right,
for sure, because like self-love or whatever is kind of like the best love. Like you can't. You can't go into a relationship like not taking care of yourself, not doing the proper things, or
because now you're looking for somebody to fix you.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be the case.
Right. And then with the social media thing too, I feel like people base a lot of, like, we talk about posting each other, all this other stuff, doing things for like pictures and the gram, but
right.
like a lot of relationships be looking good on paper.
Terrible when you in real life, bro.
Right.
In person, terrible, but on paper, that shit look beautiful. They're like, oh my god, look at how he's holding her hips, like they're together, like you see them clothes.
Or look at what he took her to Bora.
Yeah, he took her to Bora. You know, and meanwhile they arguing and shit about
the whole
plane ride. They was arguing like, fucking ain't you? Da, da, da. Well, we can't go back. We already here. So let's take the flick. Like, you know.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Word. So I like, and we see that a lot with the YouTube couples thing. Like, a lot of like women be like, oh, like, you know, I want you to treat me like so and so. We should be doing this like so and so. We should be You know what I'm saying? Like, they may not even say it. They may be thinking it to themselves, wishing that they had a relationship like they see these couples or whatever on YouTube, not knowing or understanding, you know, that just because something looks good or whatever on YouTube or on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever, doesn't mean that it's valid in real life. Like, even with the what's the YouTube couple name or whatnot?
I did use the right word, compensate.
Yeah.
I had to look that up. I wasn't bugging, but yeah, go.
But what's the YouTube couple that everybody was tripping over? Like,
my God, bro, Ken and
the Ken guy.
Nah, it can't be the Ken guy, bro.
the Barbie and Ken couple YouTube.
Hold on, just talk. I'm gonna pull up her name.
But right, because I seen it on social media, because like this couple or whatever, because I watch YouTube couples or whatnot as well. The videos is the prank stuff. I find it hilarious, you know, as well. As I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers watch. And I see, like, I don't follow any of their pages on the gram, but when I was in high school, like this specific couple that's been around for a while now, to me they're probably one of the biggest ones that I've seen. And they like post beautiful pictures, like they look amazing. They always going on vacations. They post the flicks or whatnot on the gram. Like, I don't you know, glorify people often or whatnot. I don't, like, you know, put too much like stock into those type of things. But even when I seen that, I was like, damn, they look like they doing their thing. You know, like they look like they really moving, like their relationship looks really, you know, healthy or whatnot. So I was never really watching their videos. I had watched a couple of their videos back in the day, and, you know, felt those sentiments. And I know a lot of people, like, they have like 1 million subscribers or whatnot on
I think
3 million subscribers.
3 million subs.
DK4L. Oh, De'Ara and Ken. That was their name.
But
right?
yeah.
So was it a prank or no? Because I see that. What's that?
This is
Or is that old?
This is somebody else commenting on their relationship status.
Okay, but right. So basically, apparently or whatnot, it was on the Shade Room, social media. I only seen it because people was posting about it constantly on my Facebook, like, nah, not them, not him.
Oh yeah, all the women,
right.
not Ken.
If he did it,
if he did it, you did it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
We can't trust none of y'all. I see some girl post that.
Bro, he told me, because listen, believe it or not, I didn't even know who these people were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my girl sent me
the
video, like, shaking my head. I said,
wow.
Who's this guy? I'm like, yo, who is this guy?
She hit you with the wow.
She said, wow.
This what y'all doing?
Yeah. Y'all, what? I'm like, yo, who is this? She said, wow, that's Ken. I'm like, oh, I see the man grabbing on the woman. That's his girl? No, look it up. Look up. Do your research. Like, what? And then Dasean hit me like, yo, bro, you see what happened with Ken, bro? I'm like, who is this Ken dude? Researched him. Checked that he's engaged, right? To his girl. I'm like, oh, they're a YouTube couple. Oh, he cheating on her. Oh, but why? Okay. But why is this such a big thing?
Right.
Dasean explained to me, he like, bro, they were like the YouTube couple before, you know what I'm saying? Like before time, bro.
Right.
Like they was the it couple, bro.
Yeah.
So when every girl, or even guys too, when they seen that Ken was grabbing it, rubbing on that air room, you know what I'm saying? People were just like
cheating on his chick,
and it was just kind of like, wow, like, so if he doing it, then all y'all doing it, like, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I seen a lot of that on my timeline.
Me too. So, I was seeing it everywhere.
Cause at night time when I'm bored, like I said, I watch some of the YouTube couples. I scroll up and down my Facebook, so I seen it and I was laughing. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Who cheated on who? I'm thinking it's a celebrity. I'm thinking like Kanye cheated on Kim, or whoever, or like one of the Love and Hip Hop people cheated on their spouse. So I looked it up and I seen it. I said, oh, okay, this is what's going on. But I did say wow. But I wasn't tripping up. I was like, hey, whatever, niggas cheat all the time. And females cheat all the time, too.
Right.
So I hit up Steff because I wanted to address it on the podcast. Like, yo, bro, you see what this... we had spoke about how women or men, too, like, put so much stock and energy into people that they don't even know.
Right.
To celebrities and social media stuff, couples, whatever, people, whoever they look up to on social media. It could be somebody that's lit in their city on social media. They put so much energy and stock and look so much up to them. And there's nothing wrong with, saying, oh, okay, they lit, they doing their thing. Like,
there's nothing wrong with being inspired
showing
by
love.
people and showing love and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's another thing when you've become obsessed.
Yeah, and like base your hopes
your hopes and dreams on them and hoping to expect the same exact outcome for yourself. Like that, no, like it doesn't happen.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad, you know what I'm saying? You can't look at any... I mean, you could learn from people's mistakes, but you can't look at everybody's experience and put yourself in the same boat.
Right.
Or, base one failure off on your own, you know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and try for yourself. But yeah, man, like with the whole relationship thing, I was just like, wow, so... People really be looking at these two couples like this is what they expect in life.
Right.
This is what they expect out of a relationship. Like this is what they expect out of a relationship. Like there aren't going to be ups and downs or whatnot, and they're allowing this to control their perception of men or women or how relationships are supposed to be. And I was like, wow, it really didn't super surprise me. But I just took note of it in my head. And I'm like, I hope that, when I get into a relationship or whatnot, whatever chick, I'm talking to, you know what I'm saying, don't think like
just
that. Just
pray and hope that their perception isn't driven by other relationships. Because that shit is, you don't want that. It's toxic.
Yeah, I'm not that.
And it's very hard to pull, it's very hard to pull people out of that, like perception that they have on people.
Yeah, how you gonna have trust issues because because Ken,
what?
This YouTube star or whoever cheated on they.
I can't trust you no more,
right?
Because he was up there. You like, Ken just met me. Like, what are you talking about?
You don't even know that man.
Yeah. Like you don't even be knowing these people. You
don't know what he was like in real life. You only know what he showed you.
Literally,
you only know what they showed you. I mean, and another thing is too. I seen rumors saying it was a prank. And that's another thing. You don't know if they doing it for entertainment. These are people that got 3 million views on YouTube and getting paid. Right. 3 million subscribers, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what they trying to do to make y'all have this reaction so they can get more views and so that they can get,
Right. And like we say, it's okay to be inspired by people. We're not saying not to be inspired. But don't allow people's image or their actions dictate your future, and also change your perspective on life or on people, because everybody's different. There's
Right.
billions of people in this world.
Right.
Everybody's different.
Right.
You may meet a cheater. You may meet a person that's abusive. You may meet a killer. You may meet an amazing person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's different, you know? So just make sure y'all do that. Y'all take those notes.
Right.
Take that advice.
For me personally or whatnot, I can say that nobody perfect or whatnot, but because it's easy to get caught in that trap or whatever
Right.
of admiration and glorifying like celebrities and everything like that. But me personally, I've been trying my best to stay away from to stay out of all of that. You know, even with the music thing, I was telling like my friend, I was talking to my cousins about this the other day, my family, because we was talking about like, you know, like listening to Pop Smoke and listening to a lot of like drill music and all of this and this and that. And I'm like, bro, that joint, like even the music, you know, because perception, we talk about perception or whatnot, when you, how what you watch affects your perception, what you listen to. So we was talking about how like the energy you get when you listen to a Pop Smoke song, or the energy you get when you listen to a King
Right.
Von, or you listen to like how they make like certain artists make you feel like ill. Like the Baby, I know for a fact that I'm not the only person that feels that when I listen to the Baby, I be feeling like in my bag, like in like you know what I'm saying? Like I be feeling like ready for whatever, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like vibe.
That's how I be feeling when I listen to Fabio,
Yeah.
Chef G,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, 22G, like all these drill artists, like
Yeah.
I be feeling like, yo, I'm ready to just go out there today. this the day, like,
Right.
and it's crazy because people may not believe what you're saying, but music is a it plays a very, very big part in how you feel
Right.
from day to day and how you think from day to day, because
A song could, if you put on the right song, it could change your whole mood sometimes.
change your whole mood. You ever just talking to a shorty and like shit just went left, you just play some like Darnell Jones or Usher?
Nah, it never happened.
It ain't happened to him, but it happened to me. And it puts you in that mood, like, damn, like that was really my chip. You start watching their music videos, I'm about to just go buy a ring and just go to her house in the rain and just hope to God she come outside. Like,
That's what you be doing. You be.
I don't do that.
All right.
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
I you know. But I have listened to some music
I know
after
what you
like
mean.
a heartbreak or something like that.
Right.
Or yeah, like calm music, R&B music. That's what you go to.
Right.
Now, if you ready to fight, what you listening to? Many men, many. Like, you just ready. You ready for any type of energy, son. Like,
That's a fact.
especially if something happens to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got robbed one time, bro, I went and blasted Many Men so many times, bro. I was like, nah.
So I'm looking for these.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, bro. Like, music plays a very, very big part in our mental, son. Like,
Right.
you know, it's a serious thing. We got to choose what to listen to, and like, you know, how, like, I know that drill music is fire, don't get me wrong, but if you listen to that shit every day, bro,
Right.
it creep up in your mind. You saying, what if I just did it today? What happened today? You gotta ask yourself that, like, what if I just, you be in your bathroom, listen to it on your room?
Said, did what? We don't do.
Yeah.
Nah, I know what you mean. I'm doing.
You know what I mean? Just be
Facts.
chilling. What if I just did it today, bro? Like, today.
Said just F it.
F it, you know what I'm saying? You know, so it's a serious thing, y'all.
No, but that's what I mean. That's why I say I don't like, you know, it's like people, when we talk about the YouTube couple thing, it's not just that, it's everything that we intake. What
Right.
you watching, like, is all that, like, a lot of us are very open and susceptible spiritually to a lot of things.
Right,
So we got to be careful when we watching. We have to monitor our mindset when we looking at and watching certain things. Like, recently, I've been trying to listen to more, like, gospel, just to get more, not gospel, but just more, like Yah-fearing music, I should say. Like, I want to listen to more of that. And it's hard to do sometimes, because sometimes you want to get that energy. You don't always want to hear, like, you know, Lord forgive me, God, you know, or like, you know, the soft stuff. Sometimes you want to hear, like, that victory kind of, like, worship music, or that victory,
right.
or that energy that gets you going for the day. And recently I've been listening to this brother coming out of L.A., And he kind of based in Atlanta, but he comes out of LA, and he is a rapper, and his name and you guys should look out for him as well. His name is Rock Wright, and he has an album. It's called, because you know we talk about everything on this podcast, so we got to talk about
Tough.
like
Reborn.
too.
That's the name of his album.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I forgot I told you about it, but yeah, it's called Reborn. It's on Apple Music. It's by a brother named Rock Wright. So if you're one of those people that feel similar to how we feel, where you don't always want to listen to like, you know, that worldly kind of music or whatnot, and you want to listen to something that's positive, but that still give you that same energy, and throughout your day, yeah, I should listen to the album. It's called Reborn.
Yeah.
It's by the brother Rock Wright, coming out of LA, rapper. He also sings a little bit as well. And the album is great to me from front to back. It's a really good album. I think that it's I want to say a revolutionary album. Yeah, I'm gonna go that far to say it's a revolutionary album because it's good from front to back, and it has layers, and it's like the thing that makes the worldly drill music so popular and so hard for me, and I think for a lot of people, is that when they speak with conviction. Like they speak like, yeah, I'm like about that. You feel me? I'm really whatever. You feel me? Like and a lot of times with gospel music or whatever, or music that's on a higher kind of level, it's not always on that time where it's like the conviction is not always there, and sometimes we need that in our heavenly or higher energy music. And this dude or whatnot does that on this album, and it's really good from front to back. I'm not even like no cap at all. I listen to it all the time. Or I've been listening to it since it came out a week and a half ago, and it's been my go-to. You know what I'm saying, for this past week and a half.
Right. I only heard one song from it. I Smile.
Yeah.
It was a really great, dope song. And I agree. You know what I mean? Like that conviction. Like you do need that. Because it's that energy is like, like, yo, I'm like, I want you to feel what I'm feeling.
Right.
When I listen to this music. So yeah, like I can't remember this dude's name, but he's a gospel artist. I think his name is Frank something.
Kirk Franklin?
No, not Kirk.
No, I'm joking.
Not Plies. I forgot his name, but he's pretty dope too.
Right.
Let me see if I can look him up. But I'm not into that much gospel. It's cool every once in a blue moon, like if it's a fire track. But I'm not the type to you know what I'm saying, like bump it all the time.
Right.
But it is good for the spirit, you know what I'm saying, if you're looking for something like that.
Right, and like I said, it for me, it's giving me that energy or whatnot as well, of like empowerment or like conviction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, like when I like it keeps me pumped up throughout my day. I know we talk a lot about music on this podcast, and that album or whatever, I think is really like a really good album. And it's artist you should look out for. His name is Rock Wright.
Right.
I feel like he's gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? He's coming out of LA. I'm in New York. I heard about him and all this stuff. And he's making his rounds in the South and in Georgia or whatnot, I hear, and everything. So yeah, Rock Wright.
Shout outs to him.
Oh yeah, and Tierra Whack as well. She's doing like, I guess, a collaborative video with Apple. You saw
Really?
that?
No, I didn't see that.
If you go on YouTube, the only reason I found out about it is because I went on YouTube and it like was the first thing at the top of the, the suggestion thing on YouTube. And yeah, I watched the video. Because I'm a Tierra Whack fan. I don't know if you guys know about Tierra Whack.
She's fire.
Female rapper.
Fire.
Missy Elliott vibes, Timberland vibes. And she's really good at rapping, like really, really good. Really good at singing. I spoke about Rhapsody as well, but I forget to mention Tierra Whack because she hasn't... I haven't heard a lot of the music from her, even though I know she released some singles. But this thing I saw because it popped up on my suggestion box. And I was surprised because Tierra Whack is not very mainstream to me yet. Like she's not like a huge like megastar yet. She has megastar potential and megastar talent. But so I was like, oh, she's doing a collaboration with Apple Music. This is gonna be like big. So I watched it. An amazing video because she's super duper creative with her videos. Like I said, Missy Elliott vibes, Busta Rhymes vibes, Tyler the Creator vibes.
Right.
Like she word.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that video out.
Yeah, bro.
Definitely.
Whack.
So we're gonna wrap this up. I want to say thank you guys for your time.
Yes.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, please.
Yeah, support us on this journey, man. You guys are a part of our kingdom. You guys are a part of our tribe. This is a Tough Talk Kingdom, Tough Talk Tribe. What else should we call it? I forgot. It was a word that I used before, but I forgot.
Tough Talk House.
Tough
Talk Playground.
No, it's not a playground. It's not a playground.
Tough Talk Kingdom. Tough Talk.
The United Tough Talk of America. No, the United.
All right.
United States of Tough Talk.
Let's just keep it at Tough Talk Kingdom. Say United States of the Tough Talk. You can be like, no.
Right.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys staying on this journey with us and continuing to grow with us. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you guys a lot. Stay tuned. We always tell you guys, stay tuned. We got a lot more coming, got a lot more in store.
Yes.
We have a lot more things to be coming out.
And with this channel, it's not only going to be a podcast.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, like the podcast is something that we're starting off with on this channel. We have a lot more
different ideas and
creative
different
stuff that we got in the works or whatnot that's coming down from the Ruach.
So don't just look forward to just the podcast. Look forward to other things. Rather it's comedy, movies, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This channel is everything. Right. So, thank you guys.
We love you.
The second time, guys.
And we really do appreciate y'all tuning in. Those who tune in. We really do appreciate every single one of you. Even if it's 1 view, 1,000 views, 100 views, we appreciate it really. And share, like, comment,
subscribe.
Tough Talk.
We out.